Wamakyam. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and real well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading his truth and sincerity. Shalom. So this video I want to talk about, the crowns that were worn back in the days during the time of the Egyptians, because they had different colors that symbolized the rule over, the different regions of Egypt. As we can see, we can read the southern kingdom having the white crown, the northern kingdom having the red crown, and these symbolized over which the ruling pharaoh had dominion depending on his crown. Also, you can see that there's a combination of both, which is the United Kingdoms, which has both the white and the red crown. Then on the left top corner, we can see the blue crown representing the war crown. And then all over this picture, you can see all these different flags having a mixture of these three colors. So in this video, I want to talk about what this actually represents, because we understand that the modern day Egypt is referring to America. America is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. And why is that? Because they are basically the embodiment of what happened back in those days. The slavery that we as a people, the nation of Israel, have served for about 430 years, is happening again under the rulership of the modern day pharaohs, man, which are these Edomites, and modern day Egypt is a reference to America, man. And this whole earth is basically lusting, after America and their ways. So you can see that all these philosophies and ways that America has, taken upon herself, are spread around the four corners of the earth, man. Of course, you have countries here and there that don't accept these things, even though it's kind of becoming less, of course, it's getting more westernized, even in the Middle East, and even these Arabs and these Muslims are not able to really control their females no more like that, like they could back in the days, man. Which that's the influence of Edom upon this earth, man. Right now, like I said, the modern day Egyptians are these Edomites, and America is following after the ways, of Egypt, man. With the dollar bill, having the pyramid, America having these how you say it, the phallus symbol, being these very high, I say that, forgot the name, but it's like, I think it's an obelisk. These very high, pointy buildings, man. And all these things, go back to Egypt, man. And there are many more things, but that's not the topic of this video, of course. That's a topic for another lesson. But in this video, I want to talk about, the influence that Egypt had, with the control, over these kingdoms. This back again, in the, happening right now, man. Because you can see all these countries having this, but this just shows you, just like it says with the United Kingdom's crown, that it's two sides of the same coin, man. When the king would basically, when the pharaoh would wear the United Kingdom's crown, it would mean that he would, have control over both sides, man. And if we look at what is happening in this day and age, we understand that these colors come back as well in America, man. With the Democrats and the Republicans. Before I want to go into that, I want to go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, because this is, what is biblically, being mentioned about what is being mentioned in this video, man. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And this is referring to the revived Roman Empire, man. Not only is the current society that we live in built after the ways of Egypt, but also after the ways of Rome, after all these former kingdoms, actually, man. Because if you really go into what is going on a higher level, you can see that all these former kingdoms have an influence, upon the earth, which is being pushed by these elites, man. But right now we're living in the revived Roman Empire, which had two horns like a lamb, which that's representing, the two sides, man. Back in the days during the Roman Empire, you had the plebeians and the patricians, which the plebeians and the patricians was the political system, standing up for the rich people and the poor people, and basically the labor class and the upper class. But in this day and age, you have such a thing called left wing, right wing, or Democrats versus Republicans, And he spake as a dragon, and this is referring to this political system, which is so-called being governed by two political sides, which are so-called democratic, but meanwhile they are two sides of the same coin. They're both working together towards that same end goal, which is the furthering of the agenda of the elites. But he spake as a dragon part is referring them enforcing these harsh laws upon the people, man. The grievous laws, the draconian laws. Taking away your rights, giving them a little bit back, then taking them back again, man. So when we look at the greater picture of this video, and you see that these political parties both show those same colors as the Egyptians did back in the days when the pharaohs would be raging over a certain area. We can see that this is going all the way back, man, to the Egypt, man. Because if we look at the United Kingdoms, it says that this pharaoh have had control over both sides, both the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. So what does that show you? Where the U.S. political spectrum actually stands, man. So it doesn't matter whether you choose the Democrats or the Republicans. It shows you that they are both two sides of the same coin, even though they might be opposites. When you look at the way and towards what they stand for, in actuality, they're both working together to further the agenda of the elites. You see? Because you cannot have basically an end goal without a thesis and an antithesis. Because those two shall rub against each other, and then you're not going to get the one or the other. No, you're going to get something, that is a mixture between them both. Which is, more or less the order out of chaos, man. Having these two sides bouncing up against each other to result eventually into that end product that you desire, which for these elites, that's the NWO, man, the New World Order. And the Bible does say that Esau should not accomplish his New World Order like he desires, man. Before that really is going to happen, we, shall be established, as regions upon the earth, man. When Yahweh Shai comes back. You see? And then the true heirs of the world under Yahweh Shai, shall be ruling in righteousness. You see, so Democrats versus Republicans, what's the difference? Well, they might show you that they have different so-called political views, but they're still aimed towards that same goal, man. They're having war with each other, That's the war. That's the war, man. That's the war crown that they're wearing. They're at war with each other. But they're both part of the southern and the northern kingdom, man. Like they're both part of that same coin. You see? And all these countries that have these colors in them, are part of that, man. One way or another. You see? So these are the crowns of Egypt. It says the white crown. The white crown symbolized the pharaoh's control over Upper Egypt and was worn on occasions involving Upper Egypt only. Red crown. The red crown symbolized the pharaoh's control over Lower Egypt and was worn on occasions involving Lower Egypt only. It says the double crown was a combination of the red crown of Lower Egypt and the white crown of Upper Egypt. It symbolized the joining of the two lands and the pharaoh's control over the two lands. You see? So that's the control, man. But here it says the blue crown. The blue crown, the keprash, was a blue cloth or leather headdress decorated with bronze and gold discs. The blue crown was worn in battles as well as on ceremonial occasions. You see? So it was worn on battles as well as ceremonial occasions. So when these political parties, have have these how you say that, elections, when they also have those interviews for elections, this and the third, they're basically going to war with each other, man. But they're just the same. They're the same thing, man. The same thing. So yeah, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11 again, and it says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." You see, so this is referring to the revived Roman Empire, Salakia. And right now we see that there is a so-called democracy between left-wing and right-wing parties, Democrats, Republicans, or back in the days the plebeians and the patricians. But actually, it's that same lamb, it's that same, beast that actually looks very docile. But he speaks like a dragon, man. He has these harsh laws that are being enforced upon the people. So yeah, with that, I hope and pray that this video was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akyam, trans truth and sincerity. Shalom.